Hi YouTube, I'm Tandy, the Pioneer Guy. I've recently made a Patreon where you can help me make content full-time. That Patreon link's going to be in the description below. If you like the video here on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button at the end. Thanks for watching. Here's the first deck we're going to be playing today, Mono White Human. This is an aggro deck built around Brave the Elements. We're going to be leveraging our creatures in combat quite a bit. I'm going to be making chump attacks. I'm going to be making sacrificial attacks. I'm going to be making very aggressive plays trying to kill my opponent, because if you miss some damage in this deck you can lose easily. The deck is built around these cheap 1-drop creatures: Hopeful Initiate, Dauntless Bodyguard, Thraben Inspector, and Kytheon. We use those alongside Thalia's Lieutenant to present a bunch of damage. We have Brave the Elements to protect our creatures as well as give us Alpha Strike potential, Thalia for disruption, Luminarch Aspirant for buffs, Brutal Cathar for a creature interaction. Wedding Announcement's one in the deck that I haven't seen yet, and I'm curious how good it is. Seems like it could be pretty good. So if you're like falling behind, you get some 1/1s to catch up. If you are ahead, you get to draw extra cards. And then at the end of the third turn, it transforms into an Anthem. So overall, pretty good card. And then Adeline as the top end, the big baddie. She kicks ass. You start playing Digimon? Hell yeah. MTG Girl plays a lot of Digimon, talks about it all the time. Really hope we get paired against Rakdos. I think it could slow them down. Yeah. What's up, Green Ranger? Digital, how's it going? Good morning. All right, let's play. Sideboard is a bunch of random shit. Actually, let me look at the sideboard. I don't actually know what some of the cards are. So we got 2 Knight of the White Orchid. That's a good sideboard card for when we're on the draw. So this Sungold Sentinel, I think, is trash. I think this card just has too many words on it, and it's not good. But maybe it's good. It's probably okay against Phoenix. Comes down, eats something out of the graveyard, you know? Very similar to all those other creatures that do the same thing. The fact that its activated ability is Coven is kind of shitty, and the Coven ability is kind of shitty also. It's like fake protection. It's very strange. Don't understand. We got a 1 Gisela. It's just like a big life linker. We don't have the combo with it. We don't have the Bruna. So it's just a big 4/3 flying first strike life link. It has 3 toughness, which I'm not a fan of against mono red because they're all playing Lightning Strike now, and sometimes they're playing Wizard's Lightning. So this card might be dog shit as well. 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Deck and Stone, and 3 Portable Hole, and some Reidanes. All right, sounds good. Reidane's pretty good against red and blue eye control, which is cool. Both halves are nice. The first hand is a 1-lander. I'm gonna keep. I doubt I'll draw a second land, and I'll just never want to play this deck again. So we'll see. But like, am I supposed to mulligan this hand? Maybe. I don't think so though. Do I want to protect anything with Bodyguard? Kind of. I want to get my attacks on though. You wake up stream before you work. Gotcha. Croaky's only arena though? That's fair. I don't really get Croaky's. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get it, but that's fine. It's not something I need to get. I've watched his stream a bit. I don't get it. Is it the accent? Is everyone just in love with his accent? Is that the thing? Alright, so blue-red. Either it's blue-red control or something similar. I wish this was... Or I wish I had drawn another land. I'm gonna play this Hopeful Initiate probably. Not being able to hold up the Brave the Elements is a little awkward because I want to be able to protect my creatures, but they can't anger me this turn, so any trade just a 1-for-1 on like Thalia. A Field of Ruin for Mutavault maybe. I think I'm just gonna hold up 2 Brave the Element protections. At least for 1 turn. I feel like if I play my Lieutenant, it's going to get countered by a Jawari or similar. Thalia's taxed them pretty hard. We have a lot of creatures in play already. If we draw a land next turn, we still can't win if we don't play the lieutenant. But I think the plan is just to hold up Brave the Elements twice, because Thalia has given them some trouble. I don't think that they're creativity, but they could be. 2 mountains is a little weird. I might play Lieutenant because I need to threaten lethal. Fable the Mirror. Okay. Okay, so I think they are creativity. And so I guess I need the Lieutenant, because that forces a block. Otherwise, they can just creativity me. So they're gonna block here, take 6 down to 2. Unfortunately, a Brave the Elements for Pro Red wasn't lethal. We were 2 damage short, so we have to play the Lieutenant and force a chump. Discard a Dig Through Time and a Jawari Disruption. So we were right about the Jawari Disruption. That's nice. Rookie's Hoogland on Euro time. Is he? I think Hoogland's a much stronger player and much better at explaining things. Alright, so we're in the draw. We're going to bring in some Knights. I think I'm going to bring in the Reidane maybe. And then I do want the Brave the Elements because I do think that they have like Anger the Gods or similar. Those Wedding Announcements can go. The Brutal Cathars are okay because they can target the token. What do I want to cut? Wonder if they creativity into Titan or Gearhulk. I don't know. I don't know what they're creativity into. Maybe the infinite combo. There's a blue-red creature infinite combo. Locust God and then some shitty uncommon. Crokies is a wonderful young man. Is he young? He looks old. He's got a beard and everything. And a child. Would you play a mono red variant or Boros Heroic in RCQ? Red Siam, it depends on your meta. If you think there's going to be a lot of mono green devotion, I would play Boros Heroic. Young Dingo says, which I got to do right now, so I hope you have an awesome stream. Have a good day at work, Young Dingo. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate you. You love shitty uncommons? That's fair. Me too. What is your sideboard playing against red-black sacrifice? It is to die. What, I mean, you can't beat them. Who cares? That's one thing people got to understand. No, sometimes a sideboard plan for a deck that always beats you just doesn't matter. Like, you're dead. You can't win. Yeah. Herpa-don't-dare. Herpa-don't-dare. What do I cut, chat? Maybe the Adeline. I hate playing the 3rd Adeline, and they always give me the alternate art one. I'm gonna trim some Brutals. My sideboard plan is Herp da da da. Sage of Falls, that's the one. I never remember it. Alright, I'm gonna go Hopeful Initiate into Luminarch probably, and hope that whatever sweep that I have is a 2 damage sweeper. Just put the counter on the Hopeful Initiate. I could play Thalia instead, I suppose, and then I'll have Brave the Elements forever, but... Fire Prophecy. Alright, alright. I kind of want to play the Luminarch Aspirant here. I think I'm gonna start getting it juiced up a little. We're gonna attack. I was hoping that they would go for a removal spell. I'm just gonna protect. We'll give pro red. I'm gonna play Thalia post combat. I think. Maybe I'll just not play anything. I really don't want to get angered, but they need land anger. And the fact that they burned the running volley to me means that they might not have the sweeper. It feels like too much bait. All right, nice. Now they're dead. I will put a counter on this. Back for 6, they're at 11. Volley attacks are strong with this one. Tapped land, GG. I missed a damage somewhere, maybe. Maybe not, though. Easy. Don't change the plan. The plans are good. Plans are great. I think we still start with Dauntless Bodyguard. I hate starting with Thraben when I can just be attacking for 2. Fun smulganing. Although, like, maybe we could sneak in Luminarch with Bodyguard, but I don't think that that's ever going to happen. I mean, that's fair, Volcanius, but I might also have brought in the hearse against them, you know. Yeah, Digital, we got some protection from the elements, you know? This card's so cool. Alright, playing against Is It stuff. Are we gonna put a counter on the Bodyguard? Because the Luminarch Aspirant is pretty threatening, so if they have a red removal spell next turn, assuming they're Phoenix, then they'll probably target Luminarch and we'll just have this 3-2 beating down. Then we'll play Wedding Announcement and start making some 1-1s. They randomly let us untap. Alright, I do kind of want to draw a card so we can draw Brutal Cathar, so we'll play Wedding Announcement. Put a counter on this, we'll attack with both and draw a card. Jinbu, I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. All right, Ryan, have a good day, buddy. All right, we're in trouble now, chat. We're in trouble now. In what matchup is it good? I mean, it's just a solid card. So, like, there's no one deck that it's going to be great against. It's just pretty good. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to go ahead and play this. Their Ludenwood Ledger Shredder is probably not great. I'm trying to get enough power onto the table that I can just Alpha Strike them, though. With a Brave or 2 before the thing flips. It's just a good card, man. It's just a good card. I don't know what to tell you. Bad MTG bot. Well, it's not in chat. Maybe Dan Boats got mad. Or maybe it left when I banned it. Maybe it's not working. Who knows? I forgot to protect because I was distracted. My bad. Hey, baby. Thank you. Stupid MTG bot ruining my life. All my shit's gonna get flipped. So's their Ledger Shredder, though. We're gonna have a bunch of cards. Wedding announcement's gonna be mediocre, though. Let's see, 4-6, so it doesn't really matter. Put 2 counters on the Thraben. Give him a nice little butt. I think that there's just not a lot of soldiers. Alright, see you later, Reptart. Dogs are humans? No. They are? They are. They're humans. It literally says human token right here. I don't know. I guess so. Cruise it up. Bouncy bounce. I feel like they should have just done that first and then attacked for 7 instead of for 4, you know? Oh, from history. Yeah, the history tokens are just knights. Alright, so they have a Fire Impulse in hand that we know about. A bird. 2 unknowns. The bird is the word. I don't want to hold up Brave because I kind of need Brave to punch through the horror anyway. Oh, they just have it all anyway. It doesn't matter. Maybe I should have made one of these a 4/4. But they just have axes too, so I don't know. Whatever. They have the axe anyway. Without you. No cards in hand. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay, actually, let's go jam it up. Jam it up. There's an attack for 16 and they have to chump block. So, and then we're dead to a removal or an untapped land. If I attack like this. Alright. No removal, no untapped land. We beat everything else. They can draw a draw spell though. Any creature's fine. Any tap land's fine. Shockline doesn't work either. Obsa, scary starts. They drew it. To consider. They've been a Spire Bluff. No! What is it? It's a Phoenix. Okay, okay, okay. We win. They scared me. They scared me, chat. What a top deck was that, Lieutenant, huh? Pumped, you testing this? Was thinking about building it, but probably just gonna wait till the precons. Ooh, I didn't know it was in a precon. That's kind of cool. All right, what do we want? The Knights on the draw. 2 rest in peace. Couple portable holes. Maybe some deck and stone. These 7. Wedding announcement feels like they just Okay, we'll cut Brutal Cathar. Probably the wedding announcements. I like all my ones. I like the Braves. I like the Adelines. And maybe trim a Brave. They just have a bombardment of removal, actually, so maybe Brave's not that good. Just never stops, and it's all single elimination. They type red man almost made me cry. Yeah, I was sad too. But then I was not sad. And then I was happy. Keep this one. We'll try to use Dauntless Bodyguard to protect the Thalia in the matchup. Not sure if it'll work, but we're missing out on maybe some early damage. But I assume that my first couple creatures are gonna die, so it's important to just play your stuff, you know. Attack for 1, then play Thalia. We don't want to show Thalia first, because if they have a shock, they're likely to kill the Hopeful Initiate in response. We end up missing a damage. Was it supply issues meddling kids, or were there banned cards in them, like Expressive Iteration? You never know. I'm pretty sure Phoenix just has the thing in it, right? I will play Orchid. I assume Thalia is dying. I think we're going to play Lieutenant this turn in hopes that we don't get swept. The Ledger. What you gonna target? Axe the Knight. Discard Otawara. Okay. Yeah, the stuff. We gotta mix it up every day, baby. We can't just play the same shit every day. Portable Hole, and then we'll Adeline. Target the Shredder. Unfortunately, we don't get to stack it so that we get to train. Because the Hopeful Initiate checks when you declare attacks. So imagine if we had played Dauntless Bodyguard first, we would have dealt more damage. Although this might have been a spell instead of a land. Cast to kill, depending on if they had another land to play or not. Unclear. You prefer this over mono green? Yeah, that's why we mix it up. Because people like different things. Let's play this first. Let's see if they respond. We're going to protect the Adeline. Alright. Axe on the Adeline. We're not going to protect, but we do have this Lieutenant. So we'll protect this Lieutenant. This should be a game. We'll protect the Initiate. Using all pieces of the Buffalo on this one, chat. We had a good draw. Our opponent had a great draw too. We just shit on him. That's kind of why this deck's cracked though, I think. Yeah, so like if you add carrots, you either need to shred them thin or you need to pre-cook them. Yeah, so the one thing they don't tell you when they cook it like a, you know, Asian place in front of you or whatever, almost every ingredient that they throw in the stir fry is pre-cooked. Or it's something that doesn't need to be cooked. And they only cook it for flavor. And their whole goal with the high heat is, it's called wok. It's like the sear you get from high heat on a wok, where it kind of chars a little bit of the vegetable without burning it. And because you're tossing it around all the time, you don't burn it. Favored hoplites. Electric Stove probably doesn't help. Yeah, but Electric Stove, you can still get it high. It's not about that. It's about controlling the ingredients. I'm not going to block because I assume I'm not going to be able to block well. We'll just take it. We'll just race. Miss having a gas range? Yeah, I have a gas range at the other house, but not here. Fine strike's fine. They should have probably done this pre-combat. I'm not blocking. I kind of want to use the Brave the Elements defensively. I've been watching like hundreds and hundreds of hours of YouTube videos. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna take it. Just hope I don't die. You done fucked up, Aaron. That'll be a Jeej. For the weddings. I don't love the Brave the Elements here, honestly. They have very few removal spells. And we outclass them on board pretty well. But maybe Brave post blocking is okay. I don't really want to cut any of these. And the Brutals are good. Maybe the Adeline can go. I think this is fine. Don't get sucked into like, oh man, that card was so good in game 1, it must be good. You know? Don't get sucked into that. I'm gonna keep because we have Thalia and Brutal Cathar, and if we draw the planes, we have the Knight, and we can kind of ramp up with the mutas. But I'm not looking forward to drawing more lands. But if I do draw another land, hopefully it's white. We're 2-0 so far, Joey. We just won game 1 of this one too. Gonna play the Thalia first, assuming that it's gonna die / make their life a living hell. You know, they probably have Portable Hole or whatever. Yeah. I think I'm gonna activate the Mutavault and put a counter on it. Nah. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad play, though. I just don't think I'm going to be activating the Mutavault anytime soon. They didn't play a land. That's a huge bummer. Play Thalia. We got the bug where everything gets put on the stack twice. You love to see it. Yep. Maybe I should have waited on the Lieutenant so we could pump the Mutavaults. I thought that was going to be a great turn, though. The Thalia hopefully was going to slow him down, but they had a lot of removal. Let's hope they don't have God's Willing or they just shove here. Nice. All right, so we'll take the 7 and then Brutal Cathar. Or we want. Okay. Take 9. I think I'm gonna portable hole their portable hole. Get my Thalia back. It's a lot of mutas, yeah. Easy. I'd always assumed so, but I just wanted a confirmation. Yuka Hall says, love your stream, makes my day, thank you for doing it. Nice. Your hero J just about everywhere? Okay. Well, most of us are Sparrow. I make a lot of good decks look bad when I play them too. I just don't do those in front of y'all too often. Because I don't choose those decks too often. Although I guess I am playing that weird creativity deck next, so. I will go for a Thalia. It's going to make their life a little bit miserable if they're interactive. If they're not interactive, it's not going to do much. But it allows us to use our mana efficiently. Next turn we can play Adeline. Or Brutal Cathar, depending on what they play. Is it BR creativity next? Yeah, that's the plan. I got cat hair on my nose. Get off my face, cat hair. I can see it in the corner of my eye. Get out here. Too many thoughts, he's self. They're going to discard Parhelion. Okay. So next turn they're going to go for it. Do we have any recourse? Not really. Maybe we could force them to block and then Eiganjo the other one. Maybe Brutal Cathar also. I guess we can also draw God's Willing and kill them because Adeline just hits for so much damage. I mean, this is attack for 5 down to 12, and I think Adeline actually represents lethal on the following turn. So maybe we go Brutal Cathar. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe go Brutal Cathar, token, and force them to block, and they might not have another way to discard. But we take, what, 13 down to 7, and then the Parhelion goes back to hand? And then they don't have a way to discard it necessarily? We can put a counter on this too to check this later, but it's too late. What do we go against match 3? Boros Heroic. I don't think this is lethal, but they might not have a way to discard. So I think they're gonna block here. Take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they don't block here, they can eat this. Take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 down to 1. But then I'm not being threatened by lethal. If they have another way to discard from hand that's not Thoughtseize, though, I think we're in trouble. I think this is the best attack and the best target for Brutal. We could target Greasefang, but they have another one in hand. Even though, I mean, they would be bottlenecked on being able to get into play and put Parhelion in the graveyard, though. If they block Adeline, they have enough to be able to shock and Thoughtseize again. But if they don't block Adeline, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, they go to 1. So they can't Thoughtseize. So they either trade for Adeline and are able to Thoughtseize themselves as an out, or they block something else and then try to win a different way. But I don't think they can win a different way, so I think they're going to block Adeline, and we've done our job, and we've presented as much pressure as we could, as quickly as we could, and force their hand. Is this opponent the last boss? This is only match 4 of 5. Well, my hand's face up, so like I don't really know what they're thinking about. I literally just described both scenarios. They either block Hopeful Initiate, go to 1, or they block Adeline and they can Thoughtseize themselves. It's a very easy block on Adeline, I think. I don't think their hand changes much. You can't block Thalia, you die. So it's either Hopeful Initiate or Adeline. It's 2 scenarios. Bueller. Alright, so if they don't have a discard or some way to put a Parhelion in the graveyard, we can beat basically everything else. Alright. That sucks. They must have drawn it because they would have played a lot faster. Alright, we're bringing the rest in pieces. We're on the plate, so the Knights don't do anything. The weight announcements are kind of weak. Do I want portable holes at all? Not really. I think it's just 2 rest in peace. I think we can probably... I mean, maybe Brave the Elements is our way to punch through, but they have a bunch of different colored creatures, so I think we cut the Braves, actually. We'll just bring in deck to target the 2 angels, in case we get hit and don't die. Seems fine. The 2 wedding announcements can maybe come out for anything. We'll leave in 2 Braves. Last time I played this matchup, it felt difficult, and I was on 3 Hearse over Rip. Hearse might be better than Rip. It's just hard not to play Rip in a white deck, I think. Rip is so, like, hard to interact with and powerful. It's also better against Phoenix because they can't kill it with a Braid. It has to be a bounce spell. And it doesn't really deal with it permanently. But I don't think this matchup is very good. We're goldfishing against them, and they have a pretty high goldfish rate. And also, we just don't have the right interaction. Although, like, I feel like, you know, we actually had a pretty good fight there. You know? I'm curious if I got peeled on or not. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sentinel? Oh yeah, Sentinel's not bad. Maybe I want the Braves over the Brutals. I forgot Sungold Sentinel did. Hey, speak of the devil. Alright, we're gonna keep. We don't have a thing, but that's okay. No 1-drop. 2 Adelines. Basically mold to 6, but that's fine. First Adeline never dies. That's why the backups are always so weak. But the first one's always great. Skyclave would be great in the board. Skyclave Apparition? Sure. You can do whatever you want. You can play whatever cards in your sideboard you like. No one's gonna judge you. Not sure if I should attack first or not. I guess I'll see what they do. Hopefully they just Thoughtseize themselves again. Thinking I don't have anything. And I'll just Sungold them out. gonna attack and see what they hit. I'm gonna maybe play Adeline post-combat. It's a little weird, but I don't... If they mill over it, I don't want them to just have it, right? I don't want them to just have a Parhelion next turn, but I do want to attack. So we're gonna attack first. If they mill over something scary, I'll play Recipes probably, or Sungold. Okay. I don't think that they can Parhelion me this turn, so I'm not gonna try to rip or Sungold yet. They also might have Abrupt Decay that they use on Adeline. Slow player is slow, man. Holy shit. Every turn, 80 seconds. Wither Bloom command. Mill and drain? Sure. So they get a land back, and they drain me for 2. Gonna attack to pump this up a little bit. See how they want to block here or here. We're gonna incentivize the chump block and then post-combat play the Rest in Peace to make this invalid. If I was playing against like Dredge, where they have Narc Amoebas, you would want to Rest in Peace pre-combat so that this just doesn't do anything. But here I'm trying to incentivize a chump block or a trade because they need more things in the graveyard. The Sky Sovereign. It just doesn't matter though. Getting pretty close to activating Cave of the Frost Dragon. Chariots. Okay. Thankfully, they did not animate in response. I was kind of scared of that. Now they're kind of incentivized to trade with this, though. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but we still got to clear the tokens. They're unlikely to be able to create more tokens, so. Do I want Brave if they're going to bring in a bunch of removal? I kind of do. They're going to have a bunch of Fatal Pushes and shit. Their deck's going to be a lot slower. The Brutal Cathars seem pretty weak. Hey Tandy, mono green yesterday, mono white today. What's the best deck for you? I don't know. Probably mono green. The one time they don't slow play, they forget to crew the chariot. Yeah, exactly. Chicos, there's this thing called human error and misclicks. Relax, brother. You fuck up all the time. I fuck up all the time. You watch the stream, you know. I'm gonna mull. I'll keep this one. I'm gonna put back Brave probably. Maybe I'll put back Thraben. Maybe put back a land actually. Land's probably better. Yeah, that was a fun couple of weeks, Sparrow. Race Fist, thanks for the follow. No lever 2 Fatal Push. That's probably good for me. Lead with Thraben, because if we play the 2-1, it just gets checked by the Stitcher. I don't know that I want to play the Lieutenant on 2. Informant. What you gonna loot? It's not a Parhelion. It's an easy loot with Parhelion. This one's a little more difficult. Discarded a Greasy Boy. One Greasy Boy. I'm gonna play Lieutenant. I'm gonna offer the trade. I don't mind. If they want to chump with Stitchers, that's okay too. I'm gonna have to sweat through it eventually. I can also hopefully decrease the amount of different colored creatures they have, so maybe the Brave ends up being good later. A fine trade. Thraben for a 3/2. Not dead yet. Yeah, I know. It's all very scary. I need a land so I can play Adeline on curve. If not, I'll probably pop this clue token looking for a land. Unless I draw another 2-drop that I want to play. Another 1-drop also lets me go Bodyguard 1-drop and double pump Thalia's Lieutenant. So maybe the odds that I pop the clue are kind of low. I guess if I draw Cave of the Frost Dragon. Alright, well now we don't want to mill. Alright, this is going to pump our Lieutenant a little bit. I think I do need to attack, though. They get a look at 3, but if I don't attack, I'm not pumping my Lieutenant at all, and I'm not getting the Adeline token. But this will pump the Thalia's Lieutenant to a 3/3, and let me attack next turn for a chunk. Well, only you had to have played Once Upon a Time exactly 1 time to know how fucked up it was, you know? The moment you play Once Upon a Time for the first time, you know how stupid it is. They clearly did not test it well. Both got banned and unbanned? Yeah, exactly. The first time I cast Once Upon a Time, I was just like, what the fuck? Also, the fact that you can play it on your opponent's turn is just like such an insult. It's like, oh, upkeep on turn 0, fast effects. I'm gonna play Once Upon a Time. Okay, you may proceed. Another Fatal Push. At least we're not dead. Not yet, hopefully. One card left in hand. Can't stay away in the graveyard. Takenuma to mill. Does not hit. What are we getting back? Probably the Stitchers. That's going to give him another look. I feel like we're in trouble, chats. We should absolutely get back the Stitchers. See if we're dead. 3 more looks. They missed again. They might have sided out a bunch. They might have sided out a bunch. Who knows? No cards in hand. Now I think it might be reckless to attack. Fuck them. We might actually just be able to kill them next turn with a Brave the Elements on white if they block. Because we're not dead. This is an easy chump block on the Lieutenant. They go to 19. They hit Sky Sovereign. Sky Sovereign's not good enough. Sky Sovereign's good though. Fuck, dude. Ah, they hit. Alright. So I think we need to draw Thalia's Lieutenant to kill them. Assuming that they Parhelion. So we go pro white. This is 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 19, 20. Bell's Lieutenant's lethal with the Brave the Elements. If we draw a land, we can crack Clue Token and give it another look. And Sky Sovereign will be lethal next turn, more than likely, so... Yeah, same ruler. I don't know if you were watching the first day that the set came out, but that was my thoughts as well. Don't know how this one exists. Alright, I think we're just dead. Whatever. Maybe we can... Does this matter? If I'm just gonna play Brave the Elements anyway? Can we force a double block? If this ain't lethal, let's see. Oh, whatever. I don't think it's lethal. I didn't count, but I think we're one short or two short or something. One short. We could have cracked Coup looking for Deck and Stone. Again, once again, let me explain that they were dead. Right? If we drew exactly Thal's Lieutenant, but they have a Sky Sovereign in the graveyard that can attack me to death. And we cannot play Brutal to get rid of the Grease Fang and the Deck and Stone. I'm gonna mull. It's very close though. Another one lander. Did my hand even change? Worse, but slightly better. Don't want to go to 5. Playing Brett J. Wayne. Brett W. Jane. I think this is the person whose list we're playing soon. I thought. Another Grease Fang. Should I just concede? Should we just move on with our life? Kind of just want to concede match, chat. What do you think? Save me 30 minutes or whatever. Probably won't take that long. I'll just concede aggressively. It's fine. This opponent luckily is not playing as slow as my last one. There's another spot where I think they're going to fatal push me, so I'm going to attack first before I play my creature. Play Thalia post combat. Wayman. Oh, Wayman. God, how much does it do a deck build around a card? I don't know, man. It's not really a regular thing. What card do you want to build around? I guess that's question number 1. Tandy, why do you think Mono Green performed poorly in this last weekend's challenges? What's the anti-green tech that everyone was using? I don't know. I don't think that many people play the Mono Green deck for some reason. I think that there's a lot more Mono Blue and Boros Heroic on Magic Online. And when those are prevalent, the Devotion deck is much worse. Is there anything you think Boros can do to improve the matchup versus mono-white humans? No, they're a very one-dimensional deck. I don't think mono white humans is a big enough part of the metagame to matter. If you're just losing to one guy at your shop or whatever, I don't know what to tell you. Just play a different deck, I guess. Like, spot removal's not good enough. You need a sweeper of some kind, but sweepers are bad for you too. Is this lethal? I didn't count yet. Play this first, see what happens. Let's protect here. I'm gonna draw a card off the clues because we can hit a 1-minute thing to play and pump this. Well, that should be good. Oh, we have the Thalia, never mind. Whoops. Should have protected Thalia, I guess. We want the Orchids on the draw. I think I always want Orchid on the draw. It's just so powerful. I mean, you watched us played earlier, Ruler. We 2-0'd him pretty hard, and I don't think it was particularly close. We're gonna keep in hopes that we draw the land because it unlocks the rest of our hand because we have the Knight, a million twos. And we also have the Sungold champion thing. Nice, nice, nice. I do kind of want to protect the Sungold Sentinel too, so maybe I'll save the Bodyguard. Would Brave work against the Decay there? Yes, it would, but not with my Thalia in play. My Brave costs 2. Alright, let's hope they discard a guy that we eat. Yeah, we're gonna eat that. The problem is spot removal is not that good against my deck because my deck's all 1 and 2 drop creatures. You need sweepers or you need to ignore them. And in both scenarios, I mean, you saw how badly we beat the Phoenix deck earlier when they didn't have Thing in the Ice. Just ran them over. No trades. Greasy boy. Offer the trade. The fact that this triggers with no targets is dumb. Do they all do that? Does Graveyard Trespasser always trigger? If it does, I guess that makes more sense, but... Might be better to put Bodyguard on initiative to keep them off Parhelion on field. Maybe. Oh wow, they hit the Chariot. That's gross. We're gonna just kind of run them over though, I think. I don't really care about Chariot. You know? Chariot's like very beatable. Take the 4. It goes back to hand. We could drop. I'm gonna protect the Sungold champion, I think. Get in there. Get in there, little doggies. What decks are Greasefang weak to? Anything with a bunch of 1-mana removal, anything with a bunch of graveyard hate. It's no real deck thing, it's just specific cards. Do we think they have Fatal Push? I just want to let this happen. In case they have push. I feel like I'm just going to get blown out. This is a very weird block. And I don't think my opponent's bad. Yep. Are you a fan of 1/2/7 Keratin and mono green, or do you like 4Q or more? I played the deck for all day Friday and all day yesterday, and I was playing 1/7 Keratin. I'm gonna write an article about it tomorrow. If you have any more questions, let me know. It's gonna be on my Patreon though. Alright, well, this has Summoning Sickness. This doesn't get anything back. I probably, let's see. A weird turn. It sacks Shefet Dunes, but I can't really attack well. Let's see, if they crew Chariot, that gives them 3 blockers. 1, 2, 3. Or this and these 3. So it goes block here, trade, take 5. This makes it 6. Alright, whatever. Slam on them. This makes their blocks a lot worse. I think they have to trade with Chariots. I guess they can just like activate Chariot, go chump big guy, eat, trade. But then they're losing a lot, and I'm only losing 1. They're losing 2 tokens. I don't know. My friend who doesn't play Pioneer was trying to argue that mono green wasn't a linear deck. They just don't understand concepts. Don't argue anything with them. They don't understand concepts of Magic, I guess. Why white announcement over Spear Feliot, or is it the fact that the card advantage into an Anthem? I copy pasted the deck. I don't know. White announcement's kind of cool though. I think you're not playing it just for the Anthem. It generates some 1/1s as well, and those 1/1s are humans. The humans can pump the Thalia's Lieutenant, give you more bodies. When you're winning, you're drawing a lot of cards. I guess this lets them put it into the graveyard, huh? Maybe that was a horrible attack. Now they get 3 tokens to block again. We go to 9. Then it goes back to hand. Then they have to chump. And maybe we'll just draw... Maybe we'll just draw Brave the Elements and kill them, huh? This matchup does not feel very good, though. What do you think of the Absent Grease deck? I mean, I've liked it since it got built like a couple months back, but it's extremely inconsistent. Probably should have just only attacked with a... Maybe I shouldn't attack with anything last turn. I don't know. Like how the backup plan's casting Chariot? Yeah, but honestly, it's pretty good here because we're just flooding out. But normally just casting Chariot a bunch doesn't do much. think I'm just not gonna attack. I think I'm just dead to a lot of stuff. I don't really know what to do. I just need a way to punch through. Brave the Element seems like it. Signing it out feels bad, but the chariot plan's not plan A. They only usually have 1 or 2 chariots. And I'm just getting clowned by it right now. Rogue's Patch is 1 time? Yeah. Sky Sovereign. Retro Raggy. Holding up 2 mana for... If they had Salvage, they would have cast it, so maybe it's Decay? Still not dead technically, I don't think. Maybe it was salvage. Wayfinder to hand. They usually play Thoughtseize, and now they also play Rafine's Informant, so there's a couple more ways. I think the trick is they just think self-mill is more consistent than looting, which I agree. When I played the Wayfinders, and they felt really good, and the Grizzly Salvages as well. Salvage being a double-sided because it can find Greasefang too. Alright, we're gonna taste this, and now we just need to draw Brave the Elements or we're dead. Brave the Elements saves us though, I think. We just name green, and then they have 1 blocker here. Even a removal spell doesn't save them. Damn.